Joel? Did you go somewhere with your parents or something?
Oh, hi, Ada.
No one was in the house when I woke up. You didn't tell me anything, but did something urgent happen?
I'm going to Hawaii right now.
What? Hawaii? Do you mean the Hawaiian Center or something?
No. I mean the American state of Hawaii. I'm going to bring my mom and dad on a 5-day vacation. You're about to give birth, so you can't go on the plane, which means that you're fortunately going to have to stay. Sorry.
Hold on. Do you remember that I'm supposed to be giving birth 1 week from now?
Yep, that's why we're planning to come home 2 days before you do.
There's a possibility that the baby is going to be born before that. Can't believe you would go on a trip abroad on your own at a time like this.
It's fine.
What makes you think that this is fine? Do you have any proof?
My mother, who has experienced childbirth, says it's fine. So what she says must be true.
What? Your mother said that?
You're just too anxious. Oh, it looks like it's time to board the plane.
Wait!
I'm telling you it's fine.
Nothing about this situation is fine.
I'm going to turn off my phone now.
Joel!
I'll be going now, bye.
Good evening, Ida. Good evening, Clara. I know this is a bit sudden, but do you mind if I come home to my parents' house tomorrow? What? Tomorrow? I tried contacting my brother and parents, but they wouldn't reply, so I contacted you instead. You see, I finished with a project I was working on at work, so I was able to get a sizable vacation. It's the weekend, so why don't I just go home? I suddenly thought to myself. You're about to give birth, right, Ada? I could come and help you if you want. Oh, it's fine if you don't want me there. I'll just stop by the house in the afternoon and stay at a business hotel. Well, you see, even if you come visit, no one's here except me, so... What? Everyone else went on vacation to Hawaii. Hawaii? Do you mean the nearby Hawaiian Center? The Hawaii in America. What? Sorry if I have things wrong, but aren't you supposed to give birth soon, Ada? If I remember correctly, it's less than 1 week now, right? Are you at home by yourself? Well, yes, I am. Huh? What's the meaning of this? I'll come and help you over there as soon as I'm prepared. Thank you. If I drive at night, I'll probably be there around midnight. Clara, you don't have to overexert yourself, you know? You just finished with your work, right? Aren't you tired? You being on your own when you're about to give birth is a bigger problem than me being tired. If you start to feel pain before I get there, then call a taxi or ambulance, alright? Oh, I'll contact my cousin who lives nearby. She's a trustworthy person, so you can count on her in the worst case scenario. Thanks. You're a real help, but don't overexert yourself, alright? Yep, I'll be careful.
Hey, Ada. The sea in Hawaii is so beautiful. You would have been able to see it if only you weren't pregnant. It's such a shame, I guess. Oh, that reminds me. Mom had something she wanted to tell you. Just because you're home alone doesn't mean you can just relax and not do the household chores, she said. She said to make sure that there's not a single piece of dust when we come home and to prepare hot baths for us. Oh, and she wants you to make Japanese food for when we get back. Well, I told you what she wanted me to tell you, so bye.
Brother! And to think you were such a jerk for not contacting Ada even once ever since you went to Hawaii. What was that you just sent her now?
What? Clara? Did I tell you that we were going to Hawaii?
I heard from Ada.
Huh? Did Ada seriously rat us out or something? She went out of her way to tell you, who lives so far away, about it? What a loser.
I came home since I'm on vacation.
Huh?
I was able to get a sizable vacation, so I asked Mom whether it was fine if I came home, but she wouldn't reply. I asked you and Dad about it too, but you also wouldn't reply. So I told Ada about it, and she told me that you three went to Hawaii for vacation, even though it's less than 1 week until she's supposed to give birth. Are you three insane or something?
What's with the insult? Besides, I'm only going to Hawaii to show Mom and Dad filial piety.
Filial piety?
It's Mom and Dad's 30th anniversary. It's what people call the Pearl Anniversary. Once Ada's child is born, it'll be difficult for us just as a family to go on vacations anymore, right? Mom kept saying that this was our last chance, which is why I brought them to Hawaii.
That's not the problem. I'm saying that leaving your wife, who's expected to give birth less than a week from now at home, on her own, is insane. I'm asking you, what in the world do you think you're doing?
I already told you. We planned it so that we would be home 2 days before she gives birth. Why do you have to be so aggressive towards us? We have this planned out.
The baby's already been born.
Huh?
Ada started experiencing labor pains at midnight the day after you three took off for Hawaii. It was only a few hours after that I had rushed home after hearing the situation and arriving.
Seriously?
Thankfully, I was there to help her, so she was able to safely give birth that evening. Makes me shiver thinking what might have happened if I hadn't by chance decided to take a vacation, and if I hadn't decided to contact her.
Are you being serious right now? Like, is what you're saying actually true?
Yes, I'm being very serious right now. As serious as I can get.
Then why didn't you contact me as soon as the baby was born?
Because Ada didn't want me to tell you.
Huh?
It seems that Mom's bullying of Ada was pretty severe, huh? She made Ada, who was pregnant, do almost all the housework and would always insult her, which gave Ada a lot of stress. She even forbade her from going home to her parents' house after giving birth, right? She said that you just stood by and watched, too. Dad, too, did nothing, as he usually does.
Hey, why do you, who live so far away from home, know that much about us?
This is all information from your neighbors.
What? Our neighbors?
It just means that even though it seemed like they didn't see anything, they were in fact watching you people. Given the situation, don't you think that putting you three, the source of Ada's troubles, into contact with her, who is weak after giving birth, is unthinkable?
What do you mean the source of all Ada's troubles?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Ada's parents are also here, obviously. Of course, I told them everything.
You what?
They said that once Ada gets out of the hospital, they're going to bring both her and the baby home with them.
Hold on, wait. You intend on not letting Mom and Dad see their grandchild? I'm the baby's father as well. I have a right to see it.
I wonder who the people are who put so much stress on Ada's body, which just gave birth to a baby in the form of bullying. Oh, that's right. It's you three. Don't you understand that there's a possibility that what you three did could have seriously hurt the baby? I've never even had a baby, yet I do.
No, but...
I'm cutting ties with you three.
What?
You see, there was something really important I wanted to tell you guys during this visit.
Something important?
I wanted to acquaint you three with my boyfriend.
What? You had a boyfriend?
Yup, he proposed to me recently, and I said yes. He's here with us right now, actually. We were talking about showing him to my parents and getting their blessing for our marriage during our visit, but he says that we don't need the blessing of assholes that just leave someone who's about to give birth in 1 week to go on vacation to Hawaii. I personally agree to his opinion.
Hold on, Claire. We should at least talk through face-to-face once we get home.
If that's the case, you can talk to the lawyer.
The lawyer?
It's mostly going to be about you and Ada's divorce.
Divorce?
Yep, my fiancé's brother is a lawyer. He introduced us to another lawyer who is good at divorces.
Don't be rash, Clara. Why are you suddenly our enemy? Do you intend on betraying your own family?
I don't want to side with people who have thrown away their humanity, even if they are family.
Hey!
By the way, I'm going to go with my husband to his overseas assignment. Don't expect to ever see me again.
What?
Bye.
Hey, Ada. Our family is falling apart because of you. It's your fault for not wanting to give birth until we got home from Hawaii.
What do you mean, wait to give birth?
Ada!
In truth, I was intending to ignore your texts and not reply, but since what you said right now was just so dumb.
What? Dumb?
The day of birth is just a prediction of when the baby is going to be born, not some sort of set date that we decided. Didn't I explain to you several times that the baby could be born at any moment? You thinking that it would be alright for you to get home 2 days before me giving birth is honestly extremely dumb.
What?
Your mom should at least have known this, but still, she decided to leave me. Who's supposed to give birth in 1 week at home on my own? Despite you being my husband and my baby's father, you never noticed the intense harassment your mom always gave me. You're a failure of a father.
What did you say to me?
To be honest, I want to go all out and insult you three, but I don't want to risk saying any insults that would be at a disadvantage for me at court, so I'll refrain from it.
Hold on.
Please contact my lawyer from now on.
Reconsider this.
Goodbye.
Ada!
I thought this was going to be a long battle, but I was able to divorce Joel relatively quickly, and since he didn't even vie for custody of the baby was handed over to me. I also had him pay up front both the alimony and the child support money. Apparently, his mother said he would find Joel another girlfriend, and his parents gave him their retirement savings. But even when Joel was able to get a girlfriend, someone from the neighborhood would tell them about the incident he had with me, so he had trouble bringing the relationship to a marriage. Not only that, but Joel fell seriously ill, and as an after effect, he became infertile. This caused him to panic and try to reunite with me, but my family already moved and he could no longer contact us. So, he gave up, but now he realized that he no longer had my money. Apparently, the alimony and child support he had to pay me, combined with the medical bills for his treatment, dealt quite a blow to his financial situation. It seems the three of them have been doomed to a life of constant work under the whip.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hi, Natalie. Guess where I am right now? What? Is that you, Tracy? Long time no see. It's been several years, right? Do you know where I am right now? I'm really sorry, but I don't have the time for that right now. I'll contact you again when things have settled down. You haven't been able to contact your husband Harry since last night, right? What? Do you know something about it, Tracy? If you know where he might be, then tell me, even if it's just a tiny clue. That's why I'm asking you to guess where I am right now. Huh? Don't tell me that. Are you two together right now? Yep, we've been together since last night. I'll ask you again, all right? Do you know where I am right now? Tracy. The answer is the Love Hotel in the town next to ours. I spent the past night taking my time tasting your husband Harry. He was super delicious. Thanks for the meal. Well, it's already been 3 months since we started going out, though. Just what are you thinking? Harry is my husband, and to think that I considered you my friend ever since middle school. What? Seriously? Well, I guess we were friends. You were my best friend whose job was to make me look better. I made you look better? Is that so? Fine, I understand now. That's all I wanted from you. I'm going to be making out with Harry for a bit longer, so why don't you get the divorce papers ready while you're waiting for us? Bye then! Hi, Natalie. Thanks for divorcing Harry. But don't you think asking a friend to pay an alimony is a little mean? You could have at least made it cheap since we're friends. The alimony I made you pay was a fair amount, and I was just expressing my legal right. Alimonies aren't made cheaper for friends, and we aren't even friends anymore in the first place. Aww. Besides, you made Harry pay your portion of the alimony anyways, right? Oh, that's right! I did make him pay the alimony. He's so reliable. It must be because he has such a large salary. What? Harry has a large salary? Yes, that's the reason I stole Harry from you in the first place. I wanted his money. You got married earlier than me, even though you were always just there to make me look better. That was enough to make me mad. But to think that you married a practical celebrity like Harry? I couldn't forgive it. And that's why I stole him from you. Well, at the end of the day, the two of us were perfect for each other. So, all's well that ends well, I guess. Not to mention that he's filthy rich. This is a dream come true. Well, that's it, I guess. We're going to be turning in the marriage papers now. I'll tell you about it again once we get married. Bye now. See you later. Huh, so that's what happened. Hi, Natalie. We just turned in our marriage papers. Now I'm the celebrity wife of a rich man. Not only that, but I received a $20,000 diamond ring from Harry. What? A diamond ring? Yes, he told me he wanted to go to the park next to the city hall before turning in the marriage papers, and I was wondering what he was going to do, and we're getting married so fast and everything's super hectic, so this is my only opportunity to give you this, he said, while standing in a tree shade and swiftly pulled out a diamond ring from his pocket. He then put it on my left ring finger. Is that so? Well, I guess you must be happy. Sorry for stealing such a rich man from you. I know it was probably the best thing to happen to you in your life. I'm just glad because you seem happy. What? Ew! What's with that reaction? You're actually seething with anger and jealousy right now, aren't you? I know you still have feelings for Harry. Moving on then. I need to move my stuff to our room in the high-rise condominium since I'm going to be living with him from now on. What? A high-rise condo? Yes, you already left, right? Well, I guess so. I don't want to continue living in that room considering the future. Huh? I said me and Harry are going to be living there from now on. We're already on the first floor of the building, so bye! Natalie, answer my calls. What is the meaning of this? What? I can't get into the high-rise condo anymore. You mean you can't get past the auto lock? Yes! Harry says he doesn't know why either. Did you do something out of your jealousy for our happiness, Natalie? Huh. No, that sounds like such a hassle. Then what is the meaning of this? I just canceled my residence contract at that condo. What? Your residence contract? Huh? Don't tell me, but does Harry still think the room was his or something? What do you mean? It isn't his? Yep, I'm the owner of the room at that high-rise condo. You see, Harry thought I had bought the room instead of renting it, and said during our divorce he's going to be receiving this house as part of my division of property. The lawyer I hired explained to him multiple times that I had paid in full for the room's rent. I thought that he had finally understood, but based on what you're telling me now, it seems that wasn't the case. Seriously? Me, the owner of the room, already decided to leave the condo, so obviously I was going to terminate the residence contract. I'm already done with the paperwork, as you can see. No way! Oh, that reminds me. I sent Harry's stuff to his parents' house by delivery. 10 cardboard boxes are probably going to arrive by tomorrow noon, so tell him to pick it up, okay? I paid for the delivery fee as sort of a final act of kindness, so I'd be glad if he was grateful.
Hey, hold on a second. You're just a regular office employee, right? Why are you paying for a room at a high-rise condo?
What? Didn't I tell you already? I inherited my aunt's company 2 years ago.
Huh? Wasn't your aunt the CEO of a company that rents nursing equipment? Does that mean you're now the CEO of that company?
Yes, it does mean that. That being the case, I wanted to try out living in a high-rise condo and enjoy its lifestyle. I was planning on living there for a few more years, but I decided to move out since the place was going to be ruined by memories of the divorce. It's a bit earlier than I had planned, but who cares? I thought to myself. I now moved to a 1 LDK room at a regular apartment.
Seriously? And to think that I would be able to live the high-rise condo life. Not to mention that you are actually now rich. That just makes me even more annoyed.
This is my life now. It won't change no matter how much you complain.
Well, fine. At least I have Harry, who's filthy rich on my side. All we have to do is find a room in another high-rise condo.
I think that might be impossible.
Why? He's rich, remember?
Well, no. He's actually unemployed.
What?
He quit his job half a month after we got married, you see. This is part of the reason why we only got married on paper, but never actually had a wedding ceremony. After that, I found out that he was cheating on me with you, and he was forced to pay me an alimony. He probably has no money left at this point, you know?
What? But he has enough money to live in a high-rise condo.
Are you actually dumb or something? I already said that I was the one paying the rent for that room. Besides, didn't you ever ask Harry what kind of job he did? Don't tell me you married him without even asking him what he did for a living.
But I don't care what he did as long as he made money. Wait, that reminds me. He just nonchalantly gave me a $20,000 diamond ring for our marriage. He probably has some sort of side business that he didn't tell you about, and this side business makes a lot of money.
Is that diamond ring this one?
What? Natalie, what's the meaning of this? Why do you have a picture of my ring? He was supposed to have bought it after you two got divorced.
That's my ring, you see?
What?
It's a cubic zirconia ring that I bought for myself.
Cubic zirconia?
It's a name of a stone that looks like a diamond, but is actually relatively cheap. The price of the ring was $20, by the way.
$20? What do you mean?
It's true that I do have a $20,000 diamond ring in my possession, given to me by my aunt, but it's scary to have something that expensive lying around the house, so I have it stored elsewhere.
Then this $20 ring is what?
I found it on an online shop, and it looked like the ring that my aunt gave me, so I bought it thinking that it would be a good decoy. I couldn't find it ever since I moved, so I thought I had lost it, but I didn't notice that Harry stole it.
What?
What he did is probably just theft, but it's not like I want it or anything, so I'll give it to you, Tracy.
What is this?
Huh?
The wedding ring! Harry thought it was a $20,000 diamond ring your aunt gave you, so he took it as part of his property division. He said, so I had it checked out before we got married at the jeweler to be certain, and it was actually a cubic zirconia ring, just like you said.
I told you, didn't I?
Oh my God, what are you going to do about this? I just married a poor, unemployed man.
Why don't you divorce him if you're not happy with the marriage?
You say it like it's so easy. Come to think of it, I don't even have a place to live. I already canceled the residence contract at my apartment since I was so ready to move to a high-rise condo.
Oh, that reminds me. Your parents' house no longer exists since your parents got divorced, right?
That's right.
My.
What do you mean, my? You're the one who started all this mess, Natalie.
How is this my fault?
How was I supposed to know that you, the wife, were the main source of income? No one would have guessed such a thing. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
You mean I was supposed to tell you after you stole Harry from me?
But we're friends.
Even if we were friends back in school, we hadn't been in contact for several years. I never had an opportunity to tell you all about me and Harry's situation, did I?
But
doesn't this mean that you were screwed the moment you decided to steal Harry from me?
But
it looks like all you can say is but, and it's none of my business what you do now that Harry and I are divorced, so figure this out between you and Harry, all right?
Natalie, wait!
Bye.
Natalie!
Tracy and Harry were saying that they had nowhere to live now that I'd moved out of the high-rise condo. But it seems they remembered that I had told Tracy that I sent Harry's stuff to his parents' house, so that's where they went the next day. Apparently, they were planning on making it seem like the divorce was my fault and getting the sympathy of Harry's parents and eventually convincing them of letting him and Tracy move in, but obviously I explained to them what had happened. After all, I was sending them a bunch of stuff. The two arrived at Harry's parents' house not knowing that they already knew what had happened and started spewing their lives, which made Harry's parents even more furious. Harry's father, absolutely enraged, arranged and put into motion an improvised plan. I handed over the two of them to my friend who's a fisher, so they won't be coming to land for a while, I think, he said. I imagine they were sent out on a deep-sea fishing boat, but I didn't think any further.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Deb. You have some real nerve. Do you know that? I mean, really, just what kind of game are you trying to play here? I want to know why you're hanging out with my fiancé so much. Just what are you getting at?
Wait, what? What is all this about? Who even are you and how did you get my number? Wait a second, I recognize the name now. Isn't this Lindsay? We used to work together, right? I remember now, I used to be your supervisor.
That's right. I'm glad you deem me worthy enough to remember. But what I want to know is just what do you think you're doing hanging around with my boyfriend all the time?
Your boyfriend? I don't even know who that is.
Oh, don't you play dumb with me. You're not fooling anyone at all, you know. Just come out and admit it. You've been stalking my boyfriend for a long time now, and I know it.
You think that I'm stalking someone? I literally don't even know the person who I would be stalking. This is just ridiculous.
What's ridiculous is the fact that you're almost 50 years old now, right? So what I want to know is why an old hag like you is hanging around with a young man in his 20s. Don't you see how wrong that is for you to do that?
Look, Lindsay, I can promise you that I'm not stalking anyone at all, okay?
You're lying to me and I know it. I've seen you do it myself so many times. I know that you're stalking my boyfriend and it is seriously starting to piss me off, so just quit it.
I still literally don't even know who you're talking about right now. I talk to and hang out with a lot of different people, so it's possible that your boyfriend is one of those people, but you still haven't even told me who that is.
Tall guy, always wears a suit, broad shoulders. Does that ring enough bells for you?
I work in an office where everyone wears suits, so no. If that's all you have to describe this person, then I still have no clue. Why don't you just tell me this person's name so we can stop playing this text version of Guess Who?
You really think that I'm going to use my boyfriend's name in a conversation with his stalker? I wouldn't dream of it.
Well, that's your choice, I suppose. But I just really think that this is the least effective way to go about doing this.
I don't remember asking your opinion on that. Just make sure that you keep away from my boyfriend. Do you understand me?
I literally don't understand you because first of all, I'm not stalking anyone, and second of all, I'm married. I literally have a husband and a son.
I don't believe this. You're even worse than I thought. You mean to tell me that you have a loving family at home and you choose to go after my poor boyfriend? Although, I bet if I had to guess, my boyfriend would probably have to be around the same age as your son. Which makes all of this even worse. You're disgusting trying to go after someone your son's age. You're an old, washed-up cow, and you need to learn to stick to your own age bracket. Got it?
I don't know how many times I'm going to have to tell you that there is no stalking going on before you believe me.
Shut up! I am sick and tired of having this conversation. Just make sure that you never, ever go near my boyfriend ever again.
Oh, David, I'm home.
Welcome back, Mom. I really missed you. I can't believe your work sent you on an overseas business trip for 6 whole months.
Thank you, son. It really is nice to be back. I can't believe that I was gone for so long either. You know, I was actually supposed to arrive yesterday, but the weather was just awful. And then there were technical problems with my plane, and it was just a disaster.
Well, I'm just glad that you're back today. After all, I'm getting married tomorrow, and I was worried that you weren't gonna make it when you told me you were pushing your arrival back.
I really am sorry for worrying you. I was pretty worried about missing it myself. More than that, though, I feel so bad that I haven't been able to meet your fiancé once. I know that you both started dating a while before I left, but we were always so busy, and then I left for my trip.
Well, don't worry. You two will have plenty of time to get to know each other from here on out, and you'll finally get to meet her at the wedding. I've told her all about you, so I think you should just rest up and get ready for tomorrow.
That's very sweet of you, David. And yes, I really should go get some rest and prepare for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for the big day.
Have a nice night, Mom.
You too, sweetie. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, now you've really gone too far, Deb. Just what the heck do you think you're doing at my wedding right now, huh? I thought I told you to stay away from my boyfriend, so why are you here on my big day?
Please don't tell me that the boyfriend you were telling me to stay away from back then is the same man that you're marrying now.
Of course it is. David's my fiancé, and by the end of the day, he'll be my husband. But before that can happen, I needed to make sure that you left so you didn't ruin the whole thing. I know that you were up to something.
And is that really your excuse for what you did to me? The moment you saw my face, you grabbed me by the collar and dragged me out of the venue and threw me on the lawn. Then, when I tried to get back in, you told the staff to make sure that I didn't step a foot inside. Just what are you trying to pull with that, huh?
What do you mean, what am I planning? My plan is to keep an old cradle robber like you out of my wedding so that I can marry my fiancé in peace.
Be that as it may, I'm only here to watch my son get married.
Well, you must have gotten the wrong place, because the only wedding happening here today is ours.
That's exactly what I mean. This is the wedding that I'm trying to attend. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I have no idea what you're saying. Maybe you're already getting Alzheimer's, you old hag.
Let me spell this out for you then. David is my son. I am David's mother. Get it now?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Okay, let's make this even simpler. My last name is Fairbanks, right? David's last name is Fairbanks. Are you starting to put it together now? I don't know if you just never picked up on that or just didn't bother to even ask to see a picture of your own fiancé's mother. And I'm also sorry that as his mother, I didn't make more of an effort to meet you.
You're not making any sense at all right now, Deb. I mean, just how can David be your son? I guess the ages would make sense for you to be his mom, but just because you have the same last name doesn't mean you two are related. Besides, I remember that in the office you used to go by Baker.
Right. Well, that was my maiden name.
Your maiden name? Are you kidding me?
I guess I'll explain all this to you too. When I first started working for the company where you later joined, I was unmarried and all the paperwork there had me under my maiden name. Apparently, it would have been a lot of paperwork and a big hassle to edit everything in the system, so I just told my boss to not worry about it and keep using my maiden name for simplicity's sake. I think that if you ask around where you work for other women who started single and got married on the job, you'll see that this isn't uncommon.
No, that can't be right. You're just making up excuses and trying to confuse me, aren't you? You really think that I'm going to be fooled by some perverted grandma like you so easily?
Sounds to me like you just don't want to admit that I'm really David's mother.
Of course I don't want to admit that because it's simply not true. David told me that his mom manages her own company that deals with overseas trade. Basically, she's the total opposite of the sad, pathetic stalker that you are. She's actually done something with her life and owns her own company. She even went on a business trip for 6 months in another country. I doubt you've ever done anything like that in your life. And today is going to be the first day that I meet her.
Well, you were mostly correct about everything that you just said.
You mean like the part about you being a pathetic stalker? I'm well aware.
Anyways, why don't you go ahead and tell David that his mother has gone home?
Wait, what do you mean?
Just tell him that you and I had a chance to meet and that I went home afterwards.
I can't believe you're still trying to peddle this lie to me.
Hey, Mom, where are you? I've been waiting around since early this morning to see you. I really want you to come and meet Lindsay before everything starts.
Oh, we actually just met, dear. Didn't you hear from Lindsay?
What do you mean, so you're here already?
Well, about 20 minutes ago, I introduced myself, and she started screaming about how I was stalking you. Then she threw me out of the venue and prevented me from going back in. Just mention her old boss, Miss Baker. I'm sure she'll get the message.
Lindsay said that you were stalking me. I don't get it.
She did, and now I'm on my way to the emergency room.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, when she threw me out of your wedding, I tripped down some stairs and fell on my knee. It's starting to swell up a bit, so I think I need to get it checked out.
But I don't get it. Besides, didn't you come with Dad? Where is he?
Your dad was busy parking the car, and then apparently he forgot something and had to go back to the parking lot. It was all while he was away that this happened. But he's with me now and taking me to the hospital. Anyways, if you wouldn't mind telling Lindsay that I'm actually your mother, I think it would save us all a lot of time.
Right, got it.
This can't be happening. I don't believe it. You really were his mother this whole time. Why didn't you tell me before I did what I did?
But I did tell you. I explained to you in great detail, actually.
But you should have done more to make me understand.
Well, I wanted to tell you in person, but before I could get a word out, you threw me down the steps. After that, I had no choice but to type it all out for you. Except you decided to ignore all of that and continue to treat me like a stalker.
But that's only because I really did think you were lying. I mean, I thought that you were just some jealous old lady who quit because she knew she couldn't compete with me. But I had no idea that you left to start your own business and travel all over the world.
Well, you basically took the words from my mouth. I only left that old job to start my own business. Me quitting didn't have anything to do with you, though.
It didn't at all?
Although I do remember you quite clearly from those days, and it doesn't seem like you've changed one bit.
But please come back to the wedding. It's okay now that I know you're really David's mom. I believe you now.
I'm afraid I couldn't do that if I wanted to. I'm at the hospital right now because of what you did to my knee.
So, you won't come back? David, please, you have to reconsider. I really am so sorry. I didn't do it to be mean. I just made a little mistake.
I just want to ask one thing, Lindsay. When you saw me walk up to you with my mom, did you really think that I was just having a casual chat with a woman who was stalking me? It's not like I haven't shown you any picture of my mom. Did you really just not realize that her and my so-called stalker were the same person?
I just don't remember, that's all.
You've got to be kidding me.
I really didn't know they were the same person.
Even if you didn't, you acted before you even bothered checking who my mom really was. You didn't even try to use your words or act like a responsible adult. And that's why I knew that I just couldn't marry you.
Please, we can still make this work.
Maybe you can, but I can't. I never want to hear from you again.
When I got to the hospital on the day of what was supposed to be my son's wedding, I was grateful that my doctor said my knee wasn't seriously injured. Apparently, Lindsay somehow heard that the injuries were quite light and tried to use that to get David to take her back. She told him that I was going to make a full recovery and that in the end there was no permanent damage, so there was no point in canceling the marriage. In response, David told her that he was going to send her my hospital bills, as well as the cancellation fees for all their wedding plans. When she heard just how much that was going to be in total, she knew she couldn't pay it and begged even harder to put this all behind them. Of course, my son just ignored her, but Lindsay didn't give up and continued to follow David around, begging him to take her back. Finally, David felt like he had no choice but to go to the court and ask for a restraining order from his crazy stalker.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Felicia, I was wondering if you had a quick second to talk about something really quick.
Oh, well, hey there, Tiffany. It isn't often that I hear from you. What's up? What did you want to talk about?
Well, I had a little favor that I wanted to ask of you.
Oh, really? Well, sure, if it's something that I can do for you.
I know that it might seem like a big to ask, but I know that you can do this for me if you try.
Well, what is it? I can't know until you tell me what it is.
Well, the thing is that I want to go back to work starting from today.
Oh, really? But I thought that you had just given birth like 2 months ago.
Yes, I did, but now my work is saying that they really need me back, and that there are things that can't move forward without me being there, so I really need to get back to work.
Oh, I understand. That sounds really tough on you, though. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's tough, yeah, the whole situation is kind of a mess. But anyways, that's why I've left my baby on your front step, so you can watch her for me while I work.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Anyways, thanks so much for taking care of the little one. Bye.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Tiffany! I can't believe you really just dropped off your baby at my house!
I know, it's crazy, right? Anyways, thanks so much for taking her in. I'll let you know when I want her back.
We aren't going to be taking your baby in our house.
I know it's sudden, but I'm already on the subway headed to work and I'm going to be quite busy for a while.
Well, what about Theo? It's his kid too, and I'm sure he wouldn't be happy knowing that you handed off your baby to his sister with no experience in child rearing.
Oh, don't you worry about Theo. He's in a different country on a business trip.
I know that, but that makes it even worse that you would do something like this.
Look, this is only going to be a few months at the most, okay? I'm just really busy at work right now, but if I buckle down, there's a chance that I could get promoted. So please, just leave me alone until I reach you out again, okay?
I'm glad that you're so eager to get back to work, but I can't just raise your 2-month-old baby for that long.
Well, how do you even know that you can't if you haven't even given a try, huh?
Are you serious right now? You know that both my parents are dead and that I don't have a family who I can ask for help with this. Besides, I'm not even married and I've never had to take care of a baby before. I can't do this.
Ugh, you're really persistent, do you know that? Anyways, I already told you that I'm going back to work as of today and you're really not helping my mood.
Well, I also have work to do, you know.
What are you talking about? I thought that you were unemployed.
Why would you think that?
Look, I have to get to work. I don't have time for this. See you.
Tiffany! Come back here right now! Tiffany, are you there? Tiffany, it's been 3 whole days. I tried reaching you yesterday and the day before that, and you've been ignoring my calls. When are you going to come and pick up your kid? I already told you that I live alone and don't have anyone to help me with this.
You mean it's already been 3 days? Well, it seems that you're a natural at raising kids then.
That isn't what this means, Tiffany. You can't leave a baby on someone's doorstep and expect them just to take care of it.
Oh, please, it's only been a few days. Don't be such a drama queen.
Are you kidding me right now?
Anyways, you got this. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Tiffany, you're not going to just disappear again, are you?
Hey, Felicia. I see that you've been trying to get a hold of me recently. Sorry that I'm just getting back to you now. Work has been crazy and I've just been totally ignoring my phone to stay focused. I just caught a small break and thought to check my phone now, so I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
Theo! Thank goodness you're getting back to me.
What do you mean? Is everything okay?
Well, I know that you're out of the country on business, but I really needed to get a hold of you.
So something did happen. I was reading through some of your messages and they just seem way more panicked and desperate than the types of things that you usually send me.
Theo, I'm just curious. Have you heard anything from Tiffany at all? Because I'm still holding on to your kid.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I've called Tiffany and asked her to come and pick her up, but she won't answer the phone. I've even tried going to your place, but there was no one there. She's totally ignoring and maybe even hiding from me. But I've been watching your kid by myself for the past month.
Wait a second, you've had my daughter for the past month?
That's right. Although I was talking with a neighbor the other day, and they thought I should go to Child Protective Services. I really was thinking about doing something like that until you just got back to me now.
Hold on a second, I'm really confused here. I heard from Tiffany that she had a friend who ran a daycare and that she was dropping off our kid with them for the time being.
Did she really tell you that?
Yeah, she said she had some connection who could watch the baby and that a space opened up and she was able to get her in. I thought that that's what's been going on here. She said she was going to leave her at the daycare while she was at work and then pick her up at night.
I don't believe it.
I mean, I left Tiffany $2,000 because she said it would be enough to cover the daycare expenses. But now you're telling me that you have our baby?
That's right. And I've had her the past month. Tiffany just left her at my house, and I certainly haven't been paid for any of the babysitting that I'm doing.
What the heck is going on here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, Theo.
Felicia, I'm really sorry to ask, but do you think you can hold on for just a couple more days?
What are you going to do?
Well, I have to go back home and deal with all of this, don't I?
But what about your work?
I'm sure my boss would understand that I can't just leave things as they are right now. Besides, you're one of my company's top illustrators, so if something is happening that's going to be impeding your work, I'm sure my company will want it taken care of.
I see. You're probably right about that. Okay then, I'll try and hold on for a little longer.
I am so sorry that all of this has happened, but please just hold on for a little while more.
It's okay, Theo. Just hurry back and be safe.
Hey Felicia, I just got a call from my mom saying that she had my daughter. Is that true? It's barely even a month and you're already giving up? You're an unemployed old maid. Why can't you do something for a working mother trying to get back in the office?
I am going to raise Rose from now on, Tiffany.
Excuse me, and just who do you think you are? You can't just claim my baby like that after a month.
It's not Felicia, it's Theo.
Wait, Theo?
That's right, and I know all about how for the past month, you've just abandoned our child with my sister so that she could take care of her. I'm going to text you from my phone now.
What's going on here, Theo? I thought you were going to be away for at least a couple of months.
That was the plan until I got messages from my sister explaining everything that had happened. I just got back home yesterday after talking to my work about all of this. So, do you have anything to say for yourself about what's happening?
I just don't get the big deal. Felicia doesn't even work. Why can't just babysit for a while?
What are you talking about? Of course Felicia works.
Wait, really? She does?
Yes, and she's a very important illustrator that my company hires, so we need her free to work.
But I had no idea.
Well, now it appears that your little stunt has gotten in the way of her working. When I told my boss what was happening, she personally signed off on sending me home straight away to deal with this. I seriously can't believe this has been happening for the past month.
I don't know what to say.
Well, after I got home yesterday, I called your mom, explained to her what was happening, and asked her to come and pick me up. Then we stopped by Felicia's to pick up our daughter and bring her to your parents' place.
So you were the one that told my mom what was going on?
That's right. And then I went back to our apartment and no one was there. Just where are you right now?
What do you mean? I've been staying at home this whole time.
Well, this whole place is covered in dust. I don't think that anyone has been living here since I left for my business trip.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
I mean that I want to know why, when I called your work to ask about you, did they say that you were still on maternity leave?
You've even called my work?
Of course I did, Tiffany. What happened to the $2,000 I gave you for the daycare?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea.
What do you mean by that?
I bet that you spent it all to go on a little vacation with some guy that you're having an affair with.
An affair? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I'm not cheating on you.
Well, one of our neighbors told me that during the times when I've been away, the same strange man has been coming over. He even had pictures to show me of this guy.
You have to be kidding me.
Well, I have to say that I was just shocked to see that the man coming over was none other than my childhood friend, Cameron.
No, you don't understand. This is all just a big misunderstanding.
Well, anyways, I called his family and explained to them about all of this, and now they're on their way to his place now.
What? Right now?
I imagine that they'll arrive any minute now.
Please, you don't understand. You're making a mistake.
Save your excuses for someone who cares, Tiffany. You abandoned our 2-month-old child with my sister who lives alone and has no experience taking care of a baby. And for what? So you can go and cheat on your husband? Well, I never want to see you again, but I am going to be taking Rose with me.
But what about your business trips and those kinds of things?
I thought I told you to can it. You are never going to see our daughter again.
I think I should get something out of the way here. Rose is most definitely my brother, Theo's baby. After this whole fiasco, he had a DNA test done to confirm it, and was relieved to know that the baby was his. It almost made the fight for custody much easier. Both Tiffany and Cameron were sued for their affair, and Theo's job agreed to stop sending him on business trips for the time being. For now, he's waiting for a vacancy to actually appear at legitimate daycare. In the meantime, however, he's learning to be a single father and doing his best to watch over his daughter. I've been able to focus on my work again, thankfully, and things have mostly returned to normal. Although, now that my brother is taking care of Rose all by himself, I make sure to visit him often to see if he needs any help and give him any pointers that I picked up over my month taking care of her. I might not be the greatest mom, but I would like to be a really good aunt. As for Tiffany, she was required to pay child support on top of the lawsuit money. Rumors about her began to make their way around her office, and the shame caused her to make several mistakes at work, and I hear her next quarterly review is not going to go so well.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.